Hi, this is Renee Stanley from Movie Review Relay, and today we're talking about Miss Marvel, and it's the second episode, and it's wonderful. She's fallen in love. Yeah, she got a boyfriend. Kamala got a boyfriend. But guess what? He's very shady, and I think his mama's shady too. I hate to report it to you, but I got to do it. Let's talk about it. All right, so where our episode picks up, Kamala is trying to control her powers, her newfound powers. She's trying to work with Bruno. He's trying to show her and train her, like he knows all about superheroes. Maybe he does. I mean, the plot line can always change, with these stories. It's fine. All right, so he's trying to help her control his powers. Now, during this episode, I have to say Bruno was accepted to this college in California. But he doesn't want to leave Kamala. Isn't that sweet? He wants to stick around. Now, they're supposed to be platonic friends. But, sometimes platonic relationships can often evolve into something else. I'm just saying. But, yeah, she met this guy at this party. Okay, we'll start at the party. You ever go to a party and someone offers you a drink? And normally you would watch the drink or see what they're pouring. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. All right, so let's say you don't know. You think it's soda, but they put alcohol in it. They spiked it. And this happened to a lot of people I know in college and high school, parties, stuff like that. All right, so she's, she's reacting to this alcohol. So Kamala is learning the ways of the world because that can happen to any of us. I hate to think it would happen to us, but it could, right? All right, so that's the way that's going. All right, so Bruno tells Kamala, oh, the powers, they come from within you because there's something going on with this bracelet. I don't think we found out what the full story is on this bracelet yet, okay? The bracelet that the grandmother gave her in the first episode, there's something with it. We got to figure it out, or they're going to have to tell us, reveal it over the next 4 episodes. All right, so Kamala's friend decides to run for the mosque election board or leadership board, whatever it's called. Kamala's friend, Nakia, Bruno, and Kamala go to a party. And they meet this handsome young man. I don't have to say that. Cameron. I think that's the correct pronunciation. However his name is pronounced, he's a gorgeous thing. So she's smitten, she falls in love with him immediately. And Kamala has been having these visions. She's always daydreaming, things like that, but this time it's of an older woman. We're assuming it's her grandmother, but I guess we'll find out more because maybe the grandmother had superpowers too, right? It's very possible in the Marvel world that we live in. Kamala wants to know more about the bracelet, the trinket that she was given last episode by the grandmother in that big box. It was marked with the mother said it was junk, but mother's a little shady. Mother loves her, but she's a little shady too. All right, so her mother clearly doesn't want her to know what's in that trinket, if there's any magical powers or what the history is behind it. But her mother, Kamala's grandmother, tells her the story of being separated from her family during the partition of India. She was reunited later on, but no one kind of knows what happens to her in the interim. So I guess she'll have to tell us. Maybe she met, a sorcerer, or, we'll have to find out. I don't want to speculate. I hate when people start writing stories, to go along with the story that the writers that's got paid already, have already written. No, I just have to wait and see and trust them to give us a good storyline. We'll see what it is, all right? Some of you guys know stuff from the comics, but as I have often said, I'm not going to pay for one entity of entertainment to have to research it. No. I'm not doing a research project. Whatever you want me to know, let the writers tell me. I'm not going to twist and turn, do conniptions, verbal. I'm not going to do verbal. I'm not going to do verbal contortions trying to figure out how it could be better, what they could do better. I understand why somebody would do that because, yeah, that's like free marketing advice or whatever it is. That's great. I don't mind doing that. I love doing that, but I don't want to do it. I have other things to do with my time. And there's so many projects. There's so many movies and TV shows out now you can't cover them if you're going to have a life. I mean, there's just not enough hours in a day. All right. So I'm not going to be researching anything. I'm going to let the writers tell me what the bangle was for. I want them to tell me what the grandmother was doing when she disappeared during the partition of India. They can tell me all of that. I'll wait. It's okay. I'll wait. That's right. All right. And then we see our guy, Detective Cleary. Now, remember, Detective Cleary, I was telling you guys last week, is the same guy that was in the Spider-Man movie that just came out, No Way Home. And he was the guy that was questioning the kids. He's very good. I think he's very funny. Obnoxious, but he's supposed to be. So he does a wonderful job with his character because he was getting on my last nerve. And now he's ordering a sweep of all the South Asian communities. So in a way, he's harassing them, or what would that be called? Profiling? But anyway, yeah, Cleary, you're doing your shady stuff again. You're back in business. And at one celebration, a boy slips from a balcony and he almost falls. And Kamala uses her super strength, or her hand superpower, let me just say it like that, to catch the guy, to catch the boy, and make sure he doesn't get hurt. So of course, Cleary, Detective Cleary's back, and now he wants to know, how did that happen? He's on the case, And they want to speak to Kamala because they've seen all this stuff, on YouTube and around the area, and hear all the talk about what's going on. Yeah, they want to talk to her to find out, if she's one of these superheroes that maybe he should be keeping track of or whatever he's going to do, But he doesn't get to her. Instead, she jumps in the car with Cameron, and his mother's driving. The mother's beautiful too. The whole family is gorgeous. Everyone in the cast is just a gorgeous bunch. But my point is, they're shady. Like, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know why they're there. There's a whole camaraderie of people that's supposed to be her friends, but you really don't know who's friend and foe, So we'll watch it. Next week is episode 3. Try not to miss it. I think you'll also enjoy the music. They had, Puff Daddy, Mace, the Ronettes, I think. Bon Jovi was mentioned. I mean, it's a good, solid production, and music always enhances a good production. So you got good music, they do a little musical number not number, but they do a montage, let's say, or some kind of it's a musical segment, let's say, in the middle of the film. But I think you'll enjoy it. Watch Miss Marvel. I think you'll enjoy it. I did. Until we meet again, it's Renee Stanley for Movie Review Relay. God bless.